Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasou here, coming at you guys with a late night Saturday market watch for your entertainment here as the last video of the week. Next week, I have a 5-card tab in your trade binder plan. I got some really good picks for you guys, as well as a big OTS opening, so look forward to that in addition to your Yu-Gi-Oh! News and your Yu-Gi-Oh! Market watch needs. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. If you're buying any cards off TCG Player, please use my link down in the description below. Anything on TCG Player, not limited just to Yu-Gi-Oh! By the way, this works if you want to buy White Shorts, Magic, any product on TCG Player, use that affiliate link. It helps support me to no additional cost to you. Also, if you are not subscribed, remember, we are about 120, 115 subs off of 3,500. So make sure you subscribe because, again, I will hunt you down. Not next week, though. Next week seems quite busy. But the week after, I will be hunting you guys down because if you do not know, if you're not subscribed, I do hunt you down. But do not worry, I am friendly, but it depends on my mood, too. Don't test it. Just sub, man. Just sub. If you guys want me to go over any cards in the next Mark Watch, let me know in the comment section below as well. And we're going to get right into this, as well as thank you to all my YouTube channel members. If you want to support me, consider being a YouTube channel member. Now, Vanity's Ruler Ultimate Rare, here, this card cannot be special, and while it's on the field, your opponent cannot special summon monsters. You guys will be seeing a cool deck profile in the next week or two with this card. I was going to upload it next week, but I just want to test something a little bit more. Right now, copies are about, let's see, lightly played unlimited, $50 flat is not too bad, but I'd rather get a first edition for $59. That is very good for Vanity's Ruler because this card bounces up and down price-wise, so not too bad. Then you have, let's see here, 108 for unlimited, but 110 for your first and near mint. Personally, I'd rather have two first and like copies of an old ulti like this than a near mint, unless my plans are to PSA it. And just because you get a near mint copy doesn't mean that it's a good copy to PSA as well. And I'd rather have two first and like copies to invest in if you want to get a place of this card for the future, because since it's in CyberDark Impact, there's quite a few older formats that you can actually play this card, as well as if you have a deck or a gimmick that gets us on the board consistently, which you guys will be seeing soon, this card's really good. I mean, your opponent can't special summon monsters. I mean, that just kills decks at times. Accesscode Talker from Eternity Code here. First and lightly played are about $45. Near mints are about $45 right over here. With Battles of Legend Crystal Revenge copies here at about $28, $29 here. The originals will always hold more value, but what I'm very interested to see is how close the reprint and the original print will be, because with Power Prosperity, there's like a $5, $6 difference between originals and the Mega Pack version. And I'm wondering if Edco will follow the same suit. However, Blazing Vortex was a set that kind of flopped on release. I mean, you can still get Blazing Vortex boxes for cheap. Even with Power Prosperity was $100+ because there was nothing in it. There was really nothing in that set. Unlike Eternity Code, where you had awesome bangers, you had Chamber Dragon Maid, you had Girsu, you had the Archimazor, Dinosaur, you had some awesome Machina cards. I think you had some other some Dragon Maid support cards there in that set as well as some other things, as well as the powerhouse like Access Code. So I don't think Edco and the reprint are going to collide too badly, but honestly, an original for 45 is not that bad. I thought it would drop to maybe 60. Worst case scenario, call it 8, and right now it is 45. And we're actually going to take a look at the rest of Battles of Legends Crystal Revenge right now. Now, I understand that a lot of you are probably tired of me talking about this set, but I want to go through it of day one, as well as I'll probably go over this again next week, because I really want to see what the prices of these Starlights are. But before I get into it, I want to mention that these limbs are dropping like I thought. I thought 220 to 235 for each limb was going to drop, because if a person pulls, say, a random right arm, yeah, it's a cool Starlight to have, but it's not like you could do anything with just one Exodia piece. And in your collection, if you just have one right arm or like one left leg, or even like a right arm and a right leg or both arms, it doesn't look that cool usually. At least with the Exodia head, it's familiar, people like it. So I knew that this was going to hold the majority of the value. Well, the limbs were going to drop because since the Starlights are once per case, there are more of these floating around, and people don't necessarily care about collecting a set of this because it's too expensive And what are they going to do with just one copy? Again, not really that popular. So I expect these limbs to drop, but I also am telling you guys to keep an eye out on it. So we're going to look at the rest of this. So 510 for a Starlight Rare Accesscode Talker. I saw a picture of this on Twitter. Looks beautiful. I have not seen it in person yet, but very gorgeous Starlight here. The head again at 325 here. Not too bad. Savage at 230. So it went up last market watch to around 300. I said it's either going to go up or it's going to go down. 230. So it's going back down to kind of what the pre-sale was. This is pretty good, honestly. Like, overall, Savage might not be seeing play right now, but it's a card that's always going to come in and out of the format. And I can already tell, especially with decks like Dragon Link that refuse to die. They want to make this throughout their 10-12 minute turn because it's an Omni Negate. Yeah, 180, 170. Yeah, so these dropped 50, 60 bucks within a day or two. Not bad. Blackwing Armor Master. Look, even I'm going to tell you this. If you have this, just get rid of it. I understand it's a Starlight Rare, and I understand that Armor Master could be used in Edison, but for 150, you'd rather just spend that on. There's so many better cards to spend $75 on, or even $50 on, much less 150. Like, actually, in fact, if you have an Armor Master, I'd probably rather get like a random leg piece than this. Sakurasou. Now, I actually wanted this card. 220 was too much. I said, hey, I see this dropping. Now I'm seeing it at about $160 here. I remember, I think my boy Jimmy Haas said maybe at 130 it would be good. And it looks like it will drop to roughly around 130. It could even be a straight $100 Starlight Rare. And if you're looking at old cards, because you guys have to remember, Yada doesn't really have that many printings, especially high rarity printings. We do have an Ultra now from Mama, but if people want to play high rarity, especially in older format, Sakurasou, 160. I mean, dude, I actually like summoning this and go. I don't know. This is just such a kinky card. I just really enjoy it. I don't know. I kind of want to put it in like every deck I play because I remember I play tested Sakurasou and Striker, because I'm like, well, I need my normal summon, but I don't need it after I get a Sky Striker on board usually, right? So I played it for fun, and I actually Yada locked way more than I should have for just running one copy of a card I can't even search, because I have to either hard draw it or get off Prosperity. And there was a time where my opponent were top decking, and I did draw Yada, and it was the funniest thing ever. I mean, I really want to Starlight Rare Yada. Even at 160, I'd probably honestly get it for myself, but I still see it dropping. Secret Access, very affordable. Savage is at $8 here. Very, very good, actually. Celine's at $8.55. Now, I love how we have the pictures. This card looks so beautiful. I honestly think it should have been a secret or an original set. Like, this is the rarity this card was made of. Absolutely gorgeous. One of the best looking, if not one of the best looking rank 3 in the game. 845. And remember, I said best looking in my opinion. Okay, so I don't want anyone in the comment section being like, oh, this is not the best card in the game. Well, I didn't say that, idiot. Then I'm gonna have the other person be like, but this isn't the coolest Link 3. You know, Crawlers have this amazing card. First of all, thank you for playing Crawlers. You know, you could diss me actually if you play Crawlers. Go right ahead. You have balls of steel. But jokes aside here, I just love how this card looks. Next card here, about BLS here at about 838. Not bad for a secret rare. I mean, some of this set has to have value, so this card did not drop at around $7. In fact, I think it went up a little bit by about $1. You got Ian Shuffle here, which a lot of people have been telling me this card's really good. What you do is you shuffle an Elemental Hero or Neospatian monster you control into the deck. If you do special summon a hero or Neospatian, what's it called? A monster with a different name from your deck. You can banish this card from your graveyard, shuffle from your graveyard into the deck either one Elemental Hero or Neospatian or Elemental Hero Neos, then draw a card. So essentially is you get a card out, you activate this, you shuffle that card back to special summon something, I don't know, Shadow Mist, wherever you feel like, you get your nice little clean search, and then you just get to draw one. So it's pretty good because it doesn't go -1, but it lets you get multiple hero effects, as well as, in a way, this kind of feels like you're running an Upstart. So yeah, this card is really good, as well as the artwork does look pretty fly, I have to admit here. $5 for your secret rares, going up to $6 here. They are stacking up. Someone told me this isn't going to be a $5-6 card for long. I can see this card easily going up over time because if you are playing a meta relevant elemental hero deck, I see you playing a few, either 1 to 3 copies of this. Hero players, let me know in the comment section below. And by hero players, I mean Rogue Hero, because I'm just gonna message him and ask him what the amount of these you're supposed to play. Oh man. Then you got the Clockwork Tower at $5. It will go down, but this is a very good card. F-Zero at 5. Look, this is not bad for this card if you want to pick this up at $5. Chaos Spaces at $4. I thought this would at least be a $2, $3, or $4 card on release. I think this is going to probably calm down to about $3 straight, maybe $2.75. Page Flips, I knew this was going to calm down. Now it's about $3 here. And Bookmark is, I think, a little bit less, about the same at $3. Again, this is the first day of Crystal Beast's Relentless Revenge. These cards, they might go to dollars. Keep an eye on it. I'm not going to mention these 2 and 5 cards out of your trade binder here because I've talked about them too many times. But this is a good pickup, flip, and bookmark at $3. But since it's day 1 and a lot of this is still being opened, I can see these going down still. So keep an eye on it. It will if they could go to about $2.25, $2.50, $2, maybe even $1.50. Heck, maybe even $1. Like I said, but you have to see. And once it hits that rock bottom and starts going up, say like it hits $1.50, and then you see it going up to $2 within a few hours, maybe you should just bite the bullet here because, yeah, you might get 50 cents in or $1 in the long run, but it's better just to secure some quite a few copies here. Fusion Destiny at $2 here. Very cheap here. If you want your Fusion Destiny at $2, I give this my seal of approval. Gets the kills at $2 is not bad. Crows at about $1, $1.50 are not bad either. These are stacked in the market. This card is not short print from what people said, so you're going to get, there's at least 2-3 crows a box from what I've been hearing, if not more. So it's not like this card is like hard to access. While hand traps are good to get while they're relevant, when they're unrelevant, which DD Crow is not unrelevant, it is a very relevant hand trap right now. DD Crow is still seeing some play, although a lot of people are opting for the going second cards. Dollar is not too bad if you just want copies for yourself. This is going to be a good card to invest in, but since it's not short print, you know, over time it'll go up. Dollar on the doodles. I mean, the doodles are just funny. Hot Death is $1, and I don't really understand why. I mean, this was a good reprint. Same with Doom Kaiser, because it's been so long since these cards have seen reprints. If actually, you know what? This is gonna kill me. Has this actually ever seen a reprint? No, it has not. Okay, so I can't sit here and tell you. It's one of those reprints that's really good, but it doesn't really help sell a set. Artemis at 90 cents is good. The Pendulum guy at 60 cents. Seals at 70 cents aren't too bad. This will probably keep dropping, funny enough. Now, the last card I want to go over here, which is a very good card to get, if you have not, is, let's see, 50 cents for your number 100s here. Honestly, I said day 1 earlier. I meant day 2. You guys probably corrected me in the comments anyway. These are very cheap. I mean, look at this. You got 48 cents, 34 cents, 49 cents here. Very, very cheap copies of this card right here. This is a card that can easily go up as well because the other versions have always been $10+. Now, the original Ultras are still 12s. So the price didn't really get like nerfed here, which is really funny. You have the Dragons of Legend Seeker are at $10, and people aren't buying this anymore, right? Look, I understand that this card came out, but this has been announced for reprint for a while, and these are still selling. There's also the blue, greens, and all that fun stuff, but very, very good card to grab at just some pennies here. In fact, I want to go number 100 because I want to see what the other, like the purples and the greens, have they dipped? No, they have not. That's actually pretty insane. Airspace Zero. This needs a reprint because Mama reprinted almost every relevant card. This is a 1-of, so if they had to dodge a card, this is it. Spell Supers are $4, $4.40. Honestly, getting all that Sky Striker stuff for free, paying $4 for this is not bad. Because kind of like how Madolche's got reprinted and like many other cards that get reprinted slowly but surely, a lot of the value transfers to one card. So if you reprint, say, when they reprinted Madolche Chocolate Almond, and I believe Madolche Magellan. A lot of the value went into Angeli and Tiramisu, as well as a summon Hoot Cake. When they reprinted Angeli in Battles of Legends Armageddon, that value went to some other card in the deck, right? This set, this didn't really happen this time, which is very, very nice. Mostly because instead of reprinting one or two Sky Striker cards, they actually reprinted the majority of them and all the important ones. So $4 or $5, if you have a Sky Strikers and you want to build it budget, just spend the $3-4 you need for the one copy here. You have commons here at like $5, going up to tens here, which is ridiculous. You might have these in bulk, honestly. Mecha Hornet drones here, supers are about $3 here. This card can never come back after one, because if you put this to multiple copies, same with like Engage, it becomes a little small package that puts a free monster on board and lets you draw a card. So it's not bueno, right? In fact, it lets you put two monsters on board depending on how you want to run the engine, because you could run it very tightly if you want to, and all you're really doing after is, if you resolve your spell, especially with Runic, you just engage, you get a free draw, you can do the token, make a guard, get the token back, activate the token, and just link into 2. And you have a free link 2, and you drew a card. And there's no reason that should be a thing. But yeah, commons are about $3 here as well. Afterburners here, $6 here, going up to 7s for your ultra rares. I always thought this was a really good penny stock, the ultra rares. Not the super rares, but if you held the super rares, you basically have the same result roughly at about $6-7. Ultimate Rare Ray here is about $69 going to $70. These were 80s, so they are going down a little bit. Now, a lot of people actually are looking for this card. I actually had some spare ulti rates in my binder, and it was easily the most requested card. Like, people were very interested in this card. And while a lot of players want this, a lot of OTS 20 is getting opened up. And while the ultis are hot, I don't know if Konami is telling stores to give more prize support, or if we know that OTS 20 is going to last a while, or it's because while Sky Striker Ray is a very popular card, you can only play it in Sky Striker, but this card is not holding its $80 value, but it's still beating the other two Ultimate Rares. Aluber, I believe, is 48. 43 here, so not bad here. 43 going up to 45, and then Cherries here, which is a card. By the way, Herald Supers at 10 are not too bad. Ulti Cherries about 47. Not bad. Not bad at all. Sprite Blue here. He's $38 here. If you want to play Sprite, I mean, yeah, you're paying basically a Benjamin. Maybe 120 for your set if you're just ordering off TCG. Player plus tax. But the rest of this deck, except for Elf, is very cheap. I mean, you can still get a Sprite Core for like 200 or less, I believe. So that's not too bad. If anyone has spare Sprite Cores, you could still play this, and it can beat tier Lament. It's just the issues do make it way too strong. You know, it's crazy because I remember Sprite versus tier was such a big thing, and now it's like a distant memory. Kind of like how PUBG versus Fortnite was a thing, but PUBG fucked up their game completely. You guys remember PUBG? I do. Danger Tsuchinoko here. I want to look at some high rare danger since the Dark World Structure Deck is only 2 weeks away. Snake's getting a reprint, but Secret Rares Unlimiteds are 19. First editions are $23. Then you have Nessie's at about 21. First editions are about 23. Honestly, Secret Tsuchinoko's at 20 are very good. Nessie's at 20 are also very good. Bigfoot is about 11 for unlimited. First editions are going to be about $14 here for your near mints. I mean, you have one cheap copy here about 12, so that's not too bad at all. Then you're going to have Danger Moths at about $3. Honestly, I know this card's getting a reprint, but Secret's at 3. Pretty good. If you want to start getting higher dangers, start with Moth. Especially because Moth is like one of the better cards to play in the Dark World deck, from what I recall. Danger Thunderbirds here. $3.40 here. First editions are about $3.43, $4 for your Danger Thunderbird. Danger Jackalopes here are about, and by the way, very good for first edition near mints here. People thought I was going to see play in Dark World. I don't think it's really going to see too much, as well as the deck does come with a common. Jackalopes are $2.47 here for your ultras. Not bad. There are secret rares here, but OG's at $2.50. Very, very good. Change of Heart from Mama. Someone said, hey, this is going to be a really good pickup. You know, quantities are running low, which they are at 130. And as we see here, people are picking these up for either 100 or 130. Now, if I was going to pick up a Mama card, this is good. Now, it is a gamble because Mama's still out there, but it's got pool but Mama has been opened up like crazy. 130 for a Change of Heart still. It might be worth it to pick this up. I mean, it is a gamble though, but if you win the gamble, it pays off. And it's not like I see this card crashing down that badly. Like, it's 130. I think the worst it could go to is 80, probably. I mean, 50 bucks, still 50 bucks here, but it's definitely a card to keep an eye on. I will say that. If you can actually maybe buy this from a person from your locals, or you can get a discount on it, I'd say you definitely take that gamble. Chainsaw Insect Ultimate Rare. Someone wanted me to go over this. This card actually is very amusing. I don't know why. I always just wanted to run this card. I feel like a lot of players just look at this card and are like, I like this 2400 normal summon. This card battles a monster. Your opponent draws one card at the end of the damage step. But it is 2400. Ultimate Rares are lightly played are about $3.45 or about $4 there. $5 after taxes, roughly. 4.5. 563 for your near mints. First editions here are mob plays for 7. That's pretty awful. Lightly played for 9. Okay, not bad. And then what are near mints at? $18. Okay, just get lightly played if you want this. That's probably my advice. Rescue Cat CRs. These are $37. I actually pulled my copy of Rescue Rabbit, and this does look very clean, but something about the Photon Shockwave Secret Rares I just like a bit more. And originals here, $14.50. First editions are, I want to see what near mints are first. 23. Lightly playeds are 16. That's a very cheap. 2 copies for $16.50. I would actually grab this. I would probably go more onto Rescue Rabbit Secret Rares because not only do some people like this format, but this card is not too bad. It could eventually come up into the format again. I mean, this was the most relevant rescue card that we have. But getting CRs for 37, while not bad, you could get these for cheaper. People will prefer the secrets, and it's 10 plus years older, so it's a much older printing. So it's a lot harder to get and it's rare than the CR. If you guys don't know what this card does, it can't be special summoned from the deck. So that is very keen because it says it cannot be special from deck. It could still be specialed, right? This card, you can banish this card if you face up your control, and then you special summon 2 level 4 normal monsters with the same name from your deck, and store them during the end phase. So what people used to do, and people used to call this Dino Rabbit format, was you would play a bunch of traps, you'd play a bunch of really good spells, and you would play vanilla dinosaurs, because what you were able to do is you would banish this and you would make like a Dolka or you would make a Lagia. It just depends on what you can really get on board. And you would be able to set 3 to 4 back row. We did not have Heavy Storm, we did not have Duster, and we did not even have Twin Twisters or anything like that. So we didn't really have that much back row hate that was available or legal back in Rescue Rabbit format. So your opponent really did have to battle through the sets, as well as you having either a Spell or Trap Negate, or I mean, again, I believe we did not. Maybe we had Heavy Storm. I might be incorrect. I am 99% sure we did not. But I might be wrong. But what's called? Your opponent really had to fight through your back row. This was a tier 1 deck. People will say, oh, it's a tier 0 deck. These stats did not show that. I don't know why. People, like, we had very strong formats in Zexal, at least in the first few sets. And they never hit tier 0 status, but people saw them as tier 0 status because they were the best deck of the format, but they did not get that 65% of tops. I think that Rescue Rabbit was getting anywhere from 40 to 60. I know there was some events where it did claim half. Anyway, Orchestrated return here. These are about, first editions are 234. In fact, if we go first edition near mints here, you have 49 copies, right? Which isn't that much. If you get lightly played, it does go up to 73 here. But near mints are about 234, $3 here. I don't going up to $4 or $5. Might not be bad to get these at $2-3. Remember, if we get Heart Pour back, which we will eventually, and you guys know my golden rule with band cards, it is a when, not an if. That is the rules that you should use when looking at the ban list usually, especially because even with those very few cards you don't think Konami is going to bring back, sometimes you just get proven wrong, right? I've been proven wrong time and time again. And if our last ban list proved anything, Konami is just shooting blanks at this point. Basically, you send Orchestra or a Legacy monster from your hand or face up the field to graveyard. So you use this to discard, but then you draw 2 cards. So you draw even more gas, which is absolutely amazing here. If we get Heart Pour back, which is the next card of this Market Watch, very good card to get. Supers, $4 here. This card does go up to 10 during banless season usually. So $4 for Supers, I would go ahead and grab it. Ulti Galatea here. 63 for your ultis, not too bad. And then you have Ulti Dingarisu here at about $45. This card was bought out, and then it just calmed back down, going up to $50 here. This card has been bought out before. In fact, we've actually seen a lot on a live market watch, this card getting bought out. Someone bought, I think, 5 copies, like, as I was looking at it. One of you just had the confidence. I think they were like 50, 60 at that point. Well, now they're 45, and I think that's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, this card, we just need 1 Heart Pour, and this will come back in the format. People forget that this is a good rank 8. And just like how rank 7s have been picking up a lot lately because of Photon, Hypernova, when we get a bunch of support for Shangri-La. You know, this card, if we ever get something similar to level 8s, will shoot up as well. Dingirsu Ultra Rares first editions here. These are about, well, let's go near mints here. I don't care about the mods and the lights. $8, going up to $9, going up to $10. Now, I may be wrong about this, but I feel like Konami will not reprint this card because since it is or at least they intended it to be a card to be used with Orchestra, they're probably not looking to reprint any of these cards whatsoever. Meaning that this card, unless Heart Pour comes back, most likely will not see a reprint. Now, eventually, if they decide to keep Heart Pour on the list, they may eventually down the line throw this somewhere. It is not a safe investment, but it's definitely a gamble. But it's something that I'm a bit more confident in, especially with, again, the ultimate rares. Because if the ultras start running out, the ultis will start going up a little bit as well. Now, if you guys enjoyed this Market Watch, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe. Let me know what I'm looking at in the next Market Watch in the comment section below. I love it when you give me feedback and you guys tell me what I should look at in the next Market Watch, as well as let me know what's bought out and what I should be looking at. Thank you to all my YouTube channel members as well. If you're buying any cards on TCG Player, please use my link down in link in the description below. Helps out the channel so no additional cost you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.